Okay, so today what we're going to learn about is the water cycle, and specifically four things in the water cycle. So evaporation, condensation, transpiration, and precipitation. So to start off with, so you see this lake over here? Our world is full of water, waters and lakes. And then we wonder, how does that water get into the sky and become rain, which is also called precipitation? So it evaporates. And evaporation happens from the sun. The heat of the sun brings up the water into the air, but through a gas, a vapor. So it is water vapor as it is evaporating all the way up and enters the clouds. It evaporates and goes into the clouds. That is evaporation. And then the condensation, which you see right here. Condensation is then flipping it back. So now since it's gone up and it's past us, it now needs to come back into water particles instead of just water vapor. So the condensation is turning the water vapor back into actual water. So that's happening here. And condensation, if you ever want to see it in real life, normally happens if you have a really, really cold bottle of water and then the outside starts to get wet on the side. That is also considered condensation. So that's condensation that you can see. But that's what's happening up here in the clouds. So then, after it evaporates and then goes through the condensation, we could also have transpiration. And transpiration is kind of like evaporation, but through plants and soil. So it's not big bodies of water that is coming up and being condensated, but it is the water that's in plants, in trees, in the ground, all that stuff. That is that water. So then that all condensates. And then it becomes precipitation. Precipitation can come out many different ways, by rain, by sleet, snow, hail, all of that. But as water is falling back onto the earth, that is called precipitation. So in any form, it doesn't matter if it's a liquid or if it's snow or hail. But once it precipitates, the water either goes into the ground, which is the soil, and then it'll transpirate. It'll either go into a body of water, so this right here, if you can see, and it will evaporate again. Or it will go and replenish the trees and soil, or so on. So yes, that is the water cycle. So starting here, going up and around, and then coming back down, and then restarting. And it is a cycle because it continues. It is continuous. Yes. So that is the water cycle.